Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment. So what I did is I have found another Minolta XL440 sound. This one is in not better shape as the previous one, and I just really was searching for the battery holder which goes inside the battery compartment right here, because again, Minolta really figured it out. So for the situation that most back in the day users would leave their batteries inside the battery compartment in any given camera that took batteries, movie cameras, and it would corrode. So what Minolta did for models like this, open it up inside the battery compartment, and they would have a holder like this. So I just contacted the seller who sent me one, the first one, and asked him, I said, hey, would you happen to have another Minolta 440 with a battery holder like this? And I showed him the photos. He said, as a matter of fact, yes. And the one he sent me actually was a photo that was just totally corroded, like this. So yeah, here's the photo the seller sent me of the battery holder, and as you can see, all the corrosion's got on it. Apparently he tried to get the camera working and he cleaned the corrosion off of the battery holder, and in the one I'm holding in my hand, you can see all that. So as you can see, the seller, he definitely cleaned it up a bit. I mean, I've still got some rust to remove and things like that, but the best thing for me to do is have this part 3D printed, because as you can see, it is an original part. There's a Minolta Japan logo. It's just, as I recall, this type of plastic on these parts back in the day on any given type of part, really thin. Okay, and it's best just to have it 3D printed. I can just add new springs in there into another part is what I can do, and then take this one and just put it inside a glass case basically for reference if I need again, is what I can do. But yeah, you can see where we clean the corrosion out and that type of a deal in there. And for those who aren't accustomed to removing or having trouble removing the battery holder, do not put your fingers up here. It's very possible you could crack it. What you do, put your thumb down here at the bottom, push up, and it will completely expose itself, and just remove it freely just like that. And I'd like to point out that in the 1970s, and around that time, battery compartments, the plastic would have been made with number 2 or number 5. Well, they were generally were not listed. The resin identification code did not come into play until the 80s. So this is more of the point, due to the age and how brittle these can be, to have them 3D printed. Okay, so what happened was this camera, it was dropped. As you can see the ding right here. Okay, the lens will focus, if I can get mine in focus. It will focus, but here, turn that around, all right, get it right in there to you, zoom, here, where my thumb is, this ring will not turn. So you can see it's there, and it just is frozen. Okay, and the dead giveaway, there you go. Hear that? There's some broken pieces in there. Everything is stiff. I finally got that. See the trigger working? And it's got a lot of mud inside of it. So I suspect someone dropped it in a river. That's what it seems like. Everything here. Man, it's really tight. That's what the deal is here. It does have the original eyepiece, which is in really good shape. I'm surprised. But again, all of these functions here, up here, the filter is really difficult to slide back and forth. The door won't open. I can slide as much as I want to. You see all the mud that's around here, but the door won't open. It's just stuck. As a matter of fact, some genius tried to take a screwdriver, as you can see at the end of my pencil eraser, and open it up. Down here on the normal low sound part, which doesn't make really a difference, it's almost impossible to push that thing, which means the camera's going to have to be dismantled to be repaired. Alright, so as you can see, the knob up here will just move, right, to open it up, but it doesn't have that spring action to just open up, and it will not do it. I'll do what I can, all that I can, to restore this camera. But if I can't, then at least I have one for parts. Best thing is, right here, this is my 440 sound Minolta that works. I have a original battery compartment that I can have 3D printed, and that's how it slides in right there. See how many batteries it takes? 3, 6. Those two prongs up top, line them up with these two prongs right here inside, angle it, push it in, close it. Got the original part right there to have it 3D printed, to put the 3D printed part in here to use it. Okay, so let's load the batteries here. I don't know the battery compartment by now in this model. Okay, you get your fingers on it and pull it straight out. Best to go ahead and close that lid back so it won't be uneven on the table. And you just start loading your batteries. On this original battery holder, you got to look really close right there for the positive and negative. You're not accustomed to it, which way it goes. Alright, but if you know anyway, you don't have anything to worry about. Alright, always best to put spring side down in first. It's a sound model. Come here, Paul. Get it right. So it takes 6 batteries. That's why. In those days you had more to power. Right? And with all this handling right here, this is why you want to get this holder 3D printed. Put this one away in a case, in a glass case, for just for display, and use a new one after you've made these connections in the springs. Open up here. Okay. And just stick it in just like this. And there you go. Alright. Close it out. And I'm just going to check a transportation test is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to check a transportation test is what I'm going to do. So with this 50D right here, and I only use this stuff when I want to make something really nasty or weird looking for experimental film. So I'll mark it. Okay, so in the Minolta 440 XLS, that's the sound. 50D. Put it in here, and I'm going to, of course, test the marking on there that I put on there earlier. And if you didn't see it before, there it is, right on the emulsion. So I'm going to test it and make sure that the claw picks it up, is what's going to happen. All right, but at the same time, work on my film. So here it goes. Okay, so I just filmed something, so now I'm going to open it up and check, and we're going to see if, yep, the claw moved the film through, so that's good news. All right. Okay, so next we're going to use this very old K40, and yes, I'm going to use this because there's found footage on here, and mark it. Not only that, if I can get any type of image out of this, then I consider that art as far as making avant-garde films go. And there is at least one company you can send that film to get it retrieved if that's what you want to do, unless you can process it yourself, and I can put that in the description of the video. Okay, I'm also going to use for my film and to test it some old K40. I've got it marked right there on the emulsion, so I'm just going to put this right in here and film something. Okay, finished with that one, with the old K40. Let's open it up. Take a look. Yes, it did transport. Excellent news. And next, just because I'm out here, I'm going to get some single 8 footage. All right. So there we are with a Minolta 440 XL sound. It's a great camera. Definitely one for student filmmakers, anyone wanting to get into Super 8. It films at 18 frames per second. Good enough, but it's a sturdy camera. It's just a really nice machine. You'll definitely be happy with one of these when you locate one. But make sure, again, and I know I don't want to wear it out, but have that battery holder 3D printed. It's gonna be a lifesaver that you do. I believe it's at probably ABS 3D printing would work. That would be most sufficient for that part right there. Right on, mateys, and for more videos like this one, do subscribe. Until next time, later.